Hi everybody, my name is Anibal Azevedo and I'm in the class number 5 of the third track about how to apply artificial intelligence techniques to solve some container ship problems, logistics in a container port. So I will describe now how to use the code from previously class. It will appear occurs for this class, previously class somewhere, and I will describe how to transform this code in a code that will give us all the names of our rules combinations. So let's start the code again. Remember that in the description of this video, we have for free all this code. So here we have the code from previously class, okay? So you take this and you can also get in the description of this video, you can save a copy on your drive or just select and copy. It's not a big code. So, okay, so what's the interesting thing here? I would like to transform this into a function. What's the purpose of this function? To translate a number. Imagine that we send a number one. We would like to translate this number into in terms of rules, names of rules, okay? So how I can do this, as you can see here, we have these equations. So let's start to use some more interesting names like A, J, K. So it's more friendly, okay? So now what I should do here, imagine that not we have not to perform all combinations, but just one number. So start with not with this, okay? So we start with S. So I change here for S. And this is not for more. It's just a function. Translate number to rules. And we'll give the parameter S, the variable S. Okay. So this is not necessary, okay? Just to generalize the equation. But we can simplify this. So I can eliminate this math floor. It's not necessary. So it's much more simpler. And just put the parentheses here to prevent anything wrong. Okay, so now we have this. What's interesting here, we can use also an alternative of this, I will show. But as a function, we will combine the rule produced by this variable. Imagine that we are talking about unloading rules, plus the value. So in this variable. Okay, so also we should return a very simple way, okay? Loading rule with the number j, and the number in the variable j. And finally, we have quick crane rules. Quick crane rules. We will combine with this string, transforming to a string. And finally, we should return all values, all names. And also we need to test this, okay? So let's translate number to rules. And I especially interested in the number one to see what will give to me in terms of names of rules. Okay, so I already have the names of rules. Print A, B, and C. So let's check out if this will work. Okay, so it's correct. If I give the number one, I will get the unloading rule 1, the combination of rules, unloading rule 1, loading rule 1, and quake crane rule 1. So if I use this too, okay, I can use more interesting thing for T in range from 1 to 36, 37. I will perform this. Let's see if it's okay. So it's okay. Now, what we got here is not the T value, so we are just repeating again and again. So we get all possible combinations of rules, but most important than all possible combination of rules is not this, is that, okay, let's try this. T is equal to, and I have this, rules are this. So if I have the number 1, what rules I will have? Number 1 loading rule 1, loading rule 1, and quake crane 1, quake crane rule 1. And as you can see here, as we modify the number here in this variable, this automatically produces the right combination of rules that we should use for this number. So instead of using this, we can simplify it and using this numbers to translate this number to rules, names of rules. So using this technique will be more efficient than use this because it's more compact. You can use a list of numbers in the same way that we show it here, list of numbers instead of list of a lot of names. It's not very interesting to see this. It's more interesting to see this. And then when I should evaluate or simulate, I apply this translation or in terms of number to rules. Okay, so using this function will be very helpful to understand or to use in your context. What I will show in the next video. Okay, this is not good. Why this translation function is not good? Because here we have number of rules for each stage or each agent, and this function is not general enough to apply to any context. We have to generalize this function to be a more interesting function to be applied in a great diversity of rules or when to add or remove rules. It's not very general this function. So in the next video, we'll show how to make this function more general. Okay. So I hope you find this video useful and interesting, and see you in the next video. Bye.